passions, maybe attitudes,
yes,
job.
Your job.
La tua passione,
Sì,
come è
sì.
nata, le tue attitudini, il tuo lavoro.
Ok.
Quindi facciamo un'introduzione sulla tua professione.
Sì,
Quindi,
la faccio io o
sì,
dovete
io
farla voi?
traduco.
Ah.
Credo che vogliano sapere come è nata la passione, un breve cenno sul tuo percorso e qual è il tuo contributo che è importante nel territorio.
Sì, ok.
She's always been passionate about the culture of the place where she was born. Just first of all. So she has started in a college, her passion emerged because she has been studying in a college where you learn Latin and Greek, and she felt that she could give a great contribution to our culture thanks to her studies. So since early years her passion emerged. So she's at university, so she specialized on prehistorical archaeology.
Sì.
So a specific path, because it's that era in time that best express what we have in this area, so
Sì.
archaeological sites that belong to prehistorical times. I decided to become an archaeologist, but not just with a passion. My goal was to create an important tool for our territory, so something that I guess could have been used, as a resource for our area. In Italy, to be an archaeology means that you have to be a government professional. So since last year she was employed by our ministry for the preservation of our so she kind of created an archive of our rich culture in all this area called Gallura, and especially in Arzachena and Santa Teresa municipality, because they are kind of considered the doors open to the tourists, and she wants to show tourists that Sardinia is not just seashore, seasides, nice beaches, but culture. In order to do that, they have been preserving and creating a group of youngsters that became experts on each and every archaeological site in order to introduce this resource to the tourists, okay, and make them welcome and approach them to something else than beautiful landscapes and beautiful view, to introduce them to our real culture.
Ok. Se vogliamo fare una volta delle domande.
Would you like to ask a few questions?
Perché lo mettiamo a fuoco,
Sure.
qual è il periodo e quali sono i monumenti.
So that if you want to go into
We
deep,
have talked about the monuments, typical monuments of
hanno
Sardinia,
parlato di diversi-
like Nuraghe and La Tomba dei Giganti in Arzachena. And if you want to ask her some curiosity
curiosity details, something.
about our history, our culture and traditions,
Quindi avere
if
informazioni.
you want,
If you
and
want.
information.
Sì.
Can I make a question?
Yes.
What is the most important thing that she done?
Qual è la cosa più importante secondo te che hai fatto di quest'area? Quindi nello specifico, un progetto particolare.
Un progetto
Cosa di-
particolare.
So it might sound strange, and for as far as strange it might sound, she has given importance to everything. Each new or very ancient pieces of handcraft that had a meaning. She loves to interpret that meaning, to discover that meaning, to link it to the territory. So she can't mention just one thing, because each and every step of her job has been moved by passion, and any discovery has an importance and a meaning to her. So she can't mention just one episode. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Any other question? If you want to ask her other curiosity, you can.
If you can think of any. That's
So, before working for the government, like last year, what kind of work she do? For example, if it was different or is the same, or it changed only something?
Prima di lavorare per il ministero,
Studiato,
she's
studiato,
always
studiato,
been
studiato.
researching. She's a research. She researches. So she
appena mi sono
kept on
laureata.
studying. Kept on studying. As soon as she graduated, she just went into deep with her studies and her passion. So before starting to work, all she did was research and study and commitment towards her subject.
Ma anche adesso continua
But
la ricerca.
nowadays, she keeps on researching. Well, you know, when it's a passion, you never stop. An archaeologist never stops being one. So she wants to communicate to you, talk to you about her passion, what she means. She just said that Mother Earth is like a book that covers with dust and layers, secrets and treasures.
Ogni strato di terra,
Each layer
ogni grammo di terra, ogni grammo è una parola,
is a
ogni
word.
strato è una pagina scritta,
Each
scritta
layer
dal tempo.
is a page written in a book, written by time. So it's just not excavating and bringing side pieces. To be an archaeologist means to give an order and a meaning to all the findings and rewrite this book she was telling you about. So it's more than just excavating, because as she mentioned, we've got many layers, many words written in these layers, and the archaeologist has the commitment to rewrite this book and make it readable by people that want to read it and want to access to what history has left us. The basic economy, they added a specialized economy that gave them the opportunity to entertain exchanges outside of Sardinia. So she was now starting to mention metals, hard crafts.
Esatto.
Quite possible that Sardinian people that worked metals learned it by people from Cyprus.
Ma poi sono diventati più bravi
But
di
then
loro.
they improved so much so that they became an excellence, even better than people from Cyprus in handling metals and creating handcrafts. So handcrafts made by
Parliamo di quello
metal,
occidentale, scusa, l'Europa occidentale.
okay, went abroad in all over Europe. No, not all Europe, no, in Western Europe.
Sì, faccio
So
per
we're
raccontare
starting
questo.
to mention the Giant's Tomb. We have the most well preserved tombs in this area. They were death burials, and now she's going to tell us a story about them. The name comes from the fact that some of the stones are huge, and so people that discovered them started thinking, oh, they must have been built by giants, because these, stones and entrances are huge, and maybe they were for just one dead person. That was obviously enormous, but in actual fact they found out the truth. But that's where the name comes from, giants' tombs. The reality, the truth is that each tomb served a village, so everybody that died in that village was buried there, and that huge entrance symbolizes the passage of the dead people into a greater world.
Invalicabile per i viventi.
That wasn't possible to go there for living creatures. It was only for deaf people that could pass through that door, reaching, a better place.
Fate fare domande.
Any other question emerged?
Forse qual è l'ultima cosa che ha, tra virgolette, scoperto, diciamo?
Which has been your
Il suo
recent
il suo
finding?
ultimo lavoro.
Your last
Il
job?
lavoro più recente
Okay. Her last job has been excavating the Nuraghe La Prigiona and the village that surrounds this Nuraghe. It's a fascinating place, and they found pottery and big vases, and in particular, she mentioned one big vase that belonged to. Scusi, la capanna
delle riunioni.
Riunioni.
Io
To
dico
the-
che cos'è.
the meeting area, the meeting shelter. So this vase was found there, and the pottery of that period was surprisingly and amazingly refined and well prepared and well preserved as well. The vase, as we mentioned, was found in a meeting shelter where the heads of the different villages would meet, and in the meeting
Rituali
they,
con l'acqua e col fuoco.
they would held rituals using water and fire.
Sì. Ma durante queste cerimonie veniva anche preparata e distribuita ai partecipanti una particolare bevanda prodotta dentro un vaso bellissimo, tutto decorato, che ora è esposto a Sassari, ma che un giorno verrà esposto ad Arzachena, speriamo.
We hope so. So in this vase, they also prepared a special drink, and the pottery and the handcraft is peculiar and beautiful. At the moment, this vase is in Sassari Museum, but we're hoping to host it in the Arzachena Museum as soon as possible. I say probably made out of wine or similar to that. We don't know the procedure, how it was created by decoction or distillation.
Perché
We well know that Sardinians, very historical people, had vineyards and could produce wine. And we are talking and dating it back in the year 1000 before Christ, but maybe they suspect that they could produce wine even before that date. Now, this is a very important founding because we thought that wine had been imported by Fenici. We now know that it was produced here.
Ma i Fenici sono arrivati in Sardegna nel IX secolo avanti Cristo.
Fenici came to Sardinia in the 9th century before Christ, and we found before the Fenici arrival, wine was produced in Sardinia by Sardinians.